intention is focused on some training I'm going to be doing in a few minutes after I finish this video. That is where my intention is going. That is where my attention is going. Just on the training and letting go and the outcome of the training. So challenging myself, I have to challenge myself to train at the highest level. So it's a little bit cold now as well, and I'm not wearing that much clothes, so I'm challenging myself to let go more, to open up even more space, to build even more energy to keep my body warm. And in doing so, we are training this ability, which not many humans have. Some extraterrestrials which come here, they have this, they are evolved to this level. And it's important to give credit where credit is due, you know. It was someone else I heard this from recently. I was at a gathering, and a woman explained this, and I was like, oh, okay. And then I didn't think too much of it, and then later just this morning, you know, getting deeper into my training, and I'm like, yeah, space and time. Space and time. So she explained that some extraterrestrials, they have evolved to the level where they can, as well as occupying time and space, they can occupy a space in time. And so that means that they open up more space in time. It's like when you do Tai Chi, you slow everything down until you're immersed in the kind of 0 point field where space and time converge, and then you can say, even now it should be like, I look like I'm moving, but actually I'm perfectly still. If you would measure my brain waves now, if I was really good, it should look as if I was dead. No brain activity. That's what we're training towards. That's how you need to, that's the training method to develop the ability to occupy space and time, to open up more space in time. And it's also very important for self-defense. Even if someone's pointing a gun at your head, no problem. I've got more time. I've got more space opened up in time. I can do many things before that guy even have a thought to pull the trigger. And this all requires cognitive suspension and suspended judgment before, you know, emotions and things get involved in. It's very, very tricky for human beings, for us. There are other extraterrestrial human beings that have maybe evolved past this, or they weren't engineered. They had a better design. Their DNA was much better designed, and then they didn't evolve these kind of problems that we have on Earth. So apparently there is some kind of sort of well, there's a big problem now, of course, with the human race. But the thing is, okay, what do we do about it? So I think it would make just using the inference, not without, I'm not trying to visualize something, or use my creative part of my brain to just make something up, to just visualize something. We have to, so Qigong is a very good practice for me, because there were certain part of my brain functions, normal ways that human beings would normally interact and normally conceptualize. Those were basically a little bit knocked out, and I think that may have been why I chose to come into this body, because I knew I would have no choice but to just focus on these things. And it's true that most religions today, got two of them here, but this is the King James version. It's true that all religions really, and also a lot of spiritual traditions, meditation schools, even martial arts lineages, it's been, corrupted, because human beings are corruptible, like this. Because of this this emotional problem, this defect in the design of our DNA. So a lot of extraterrestrials, they would not have approved. They would not have approved of this particular colony experiment. It's not really an experiment, but it's just that, I suppose they seeded this planet. It's very challenging, because I have to kind of use some speaking part of my brain to get the words across, and then at the same time opening up more space and time, like using two polarities of my brain. It's very challenging. But this is something that can help. This is something that can help. Of course, there's going to be, Christians nowadays, they say, it's the same, exactly the same, 100% exact words of God in this book. It's been written by who? Humans. It's been, held by kings. Different kings have had their own bishops write their own version. And let's just say there's different interpretations, surely. So, but if we try and understand who Jesus was, then it's good. It's a good start. And try and understand the teachings of Jesus. And there's a couple of PDFs which are apparently channeled by, I would say, maybe not just apparently, I would say yes, were channeled by a Norwegian lady, A.T. Olsen. She was in some communication with some extraterrestrials from, they say they live in octaves which are dark to us. For us, trying to look, where are they? That space looks dark, but they dwell within that octave range, I think is how they explain that. There is also they explain a lot of yes, the space field, time field, and how this correlates with the electric and the magnetic. And the magnetic is actually a space field, which the outward expression of space, and time is an inward collapsing of space. Inward collapsing of space. So it's true, there is, there is great evil in this world. There's great evil. So the thing is, like, people want to imagine that there's some easy antidote for that evil, So they come up with all sort of artificial cures for the evil. They think, okay, we're gonna fix all the evil by all visualizing a particular thing, and all doing that. But even then, you still need to enforce this on people. So this is like the true way is the concept of Wu Wei in Mandarin, which is the principle of non-governing. As soon as you try to visualize something or try to do some linear steps, then you're already using force. So what is the principle? Is use mind and not force. Using mind, you can put your mind in about, if you're using the I Ching system, so there are 64 different let's say modes of operation. You could say 64 different programs, but your mind, it is one big program. It is a physical organ, but it just has, let's say, 64 different modes of operation. If we reduce it, if we look at it again, there's other ways other systems you can, but it's just, this way is a very good way to start with. Okay, so if we reduce it to a kind of a binary system, of course it's analog. It's chain phasing, resonating. It's not like 1, 2, 3. It's very, very, very deep. It can be very deep, very, 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 very soft, and it can expand, and it can become very, very, very hard, and it can do so many things. But I Ching, it's a tool, it's a method that you can use, and you can use this method to develop your mind, to develop your mind powers. Okay. So we just reduce it as a binary system and look at it as yin and yang. But if the only way to be able to do that is you need to be able to distinguish yin and yang. And this is where the practice of Qigong comes in. It's quite challenging. Now I have to bring it down. Okay, it's probably as good as it's going to get for now. Is there anything else I wanted to add for this log? Is there anything else I wanted to say?